Hey beautiful people, welcome back to our channel and thank you so much for joining the channel today. So I'm just going to take this video slowly. I don't want to rush over it because it's a very sensitive something. So my friend in Germany reached out to me and said, Milton, I am in Germany and I intend to bring my family, but I don't know the procedure. So that's the reason. I think I've been saying this comment for over like 3 weeks now. So I decided to make this video in order to clarify this. Guys, as an international student who is moving to Germany in 2024, know that when you move to Germany, after some time you can bring your family over. While you are in Germany, if you still think that you are not ready to bring your family over, just know that whenever you are ready, you can always bring them together. If you are thinking of moving to Germany with them immediately, it is possible, but I think it may stress you up. That is why I'm here to explain these details to you. Okay, now as a student, you can take your family with you. I'm going to talk basically about bringing your spouse to Germany in this video. In another video, you are going to hear me. I'm going to talk about how to bring your children. Okay, so there are 2 videos you are going to watch this week on this channel. Now, if you have an EU blue card, you can bring your family to Germany. If you have a student residence permit in Germany, you can bring your wife or children. If you have, how do they call it, permanent residency, of course, we are not talking about that. We are only talking about if you are an international student. Now, the student in Germany, like I said, if you have a scholarship, if you have a part-time job, if you have finance, like if your financial status is good, and if you have at least proof to show that you have money, or things to show that you have money, or things that can generate money, that can prove that you are generating money while in Germany, then you are good to go. You can invite your family to Germany. But there are a lot of things you need to know. First, please like this video for us. It is as a tradition. We do it here like a tradition. Like it for us and do not forget to share to somebody, because if you do this, you are encouraging me to make more content for us. Thank you. Now, there are requirements you need to meet if you want to do this process, and I'm going to explain to you slowly so you actually understand what you need. I would like to emphasize here that if you really want to succeed with this process, you have to do what the embassy is asking you, and without you doing the process correctly, you are in serious issues. So always make sure that you satisfy every requirement that you are being asked by the diplomatic mission. Now, the first requirement is that you have to be a student, of course, in Germany. The second thing is you need to have a scholarship. Okay, either you have a scholarship, you have a part-time job, or maybe you have enough money to show that you are going, but you cannot just have enough money. You need to show that you have a job. So you have to be careful, guys. Then if you have documents to show where the money you are getting is coming from, so they can be convinced, the embassy can be aware that, or they should know that you actually have a steady source of income. You understand? This will help you a lot. Next document I want to talk about is accommodation proof. Remember, you are a student, right? You want the embassy to understand that your wife is not going to be stranded when he comes in, or your spouse. So you need to prove to them that you have accommodation, and there are requirements for you to satisfy when it comes to accommodation. 1, you need to have, as an adult, if you are bringing your spouse in, okay, you need to show that you have accommodation which is equivalent to 12 square meters for yourself. You need to show that you have accommodation for your spouse which is equivalent to 12 square meters. And you need to show that you have a kitchen, and you need to equally show that you have a bath area. Remember, in Germany, I know a lot of people do not know this. In Germany, their accommodation system is in such a way that you buy a kitchen, something like that. So I think I saw a picture like that. You have to buy a kitchen to set it. Most of you in Germany, you already know talking about. So you need to buy it. Okay, that's why I said you need to have 24 square meters and a kitchen and a bath section. You need to show this to the office. That's the diplomatic mission. Then in addition to that, if you are bringing your spouse and a child, that child needs to have 10 square meters. But remember, I have a separate video I did about bringing your child to Germany because it's a little lengthy, so I didn't mix it here. So you are going to watch that video. Then remember, your spouse needs to learn German and pass German. So you need to register for the German class for your spouse, and your spouse needs to write and score at least A1. That exam is written every 3 months, so you need to make sure that he writes that exam and score at least A1, okay, because that's a requirement. Without this, it's not possible. So make sure you have this. Now, when you have all the documents ready before you can book an appointment, because don't waste appointment. Appointment is, first of all, so hard to get. So I will advise you to get the documents first before you book appointment. Now, we are not done with the documents. The next document you need is, remember I said you need to have accommodation contract. Now, on that contract, make sure it is specified that the space is 12 square meters or 12 square meters, and make sure it should appear on that contract. All right, if they didn't specify that it is 12 square meter or 12 square meter or 24 square meters in total, your landlord needs to put it, or the house owner needs to mention this on the contract. It's so important. Don't forget this. All right, if your own contract doesn't have this, I will advise you to tell your landlord or your house owner to put this information, because don't do something that the embassy will reject it, and before you go again, it's a whole lot of problem. A lot of people are applying for visas to Germany, so the embassy, the work is so loud for the embassy. Okay, I know a lot of us, we are not getting appointments. Some people are asking me, Milton, what's the case about appointments at the level of the German embassy? I really don't understand. I really wish I had the solution, but guys, keep trying till you succeed. Okay, then you also need to show that you have a part-time job. Remember, this part-time job, now I mentioned before, you need to show that you have this job, and this job can generate income that will be sufficient for your wife to take care of herself, because you are the one bringing her to Germany, so you need to provide money for her. Now, some cases may show proof of funds, which is not enough. I think a part-time job may not show sufficient slips or enough money to cover for your wife. But in this case, as a student, I do not think a full-time job will speak better for you. But if you have a chance to show that you have a full-time job, I think it's okay. Or if you have a chance to show enough money, that will be excellent. But you need to show at least a part-time contract. And remember, for your spouse, you need to open a blocked account. A blocked account is an account you open with a bank in Germany called Fiti Bank, and you deposit this money inside. Now, for your spouse, you are not going to know how much you have to deposit in this account. Reach out to the embassy and ask them. Let them tell you how much and for how long would that money be in that blocked account. You need to get all these details from the embassy, because it's not specified anywhere that this is the amount you need. So please do not fumble on this. Again, the next document is your marriage certificate. You have to prove with evidence that you guys are actually married, because if you just go to saying that we are married without evidence, nobody is going to listen or even look at the documents. Please prove it with your marriage certificate. And of course, some other cases, I think pictures may help you. For the case of Canada, pictures are very important, but I think you should add pictures. Of course, if they ask her, because she will be the one to go for the visa interview and you will be the one to fill the forms. If you fill, let her carry pictures. It's very important, and she must have a passport as well, and she must be 18 years or more. All right, if she's not up to 18 years, it cannot work. This cannot work. Like I said, carry pictures. Every proof to show that you guys are actually married, carry the pictures. Okay, then if you guys are not married, it's not going to work, because there is no certificate to show anything. Guys, please pay attention to all this and make sure that after the documents are ready, she should now go for visa interview. After the interview, I think it's not going to take a lot of time. Interview doesn't take that much, but before you go for the interview as the spouse or the wife or the husband, please make sure you know every detail on your marriage certificate. Make sure you know when you guys are married. Don't go and sit there when they ask you when did you guys married, when you sit there like this and you're looking. No, please make sure you go there prepared and know every detail about your husband, the school, where he lives, and everything. It's so important. Then I think after that, if they need any extra document, they are going to inform your spouse who lives in Germany already. And if there are extra, I think if they need extra documents, it might be finance, to prove finance, and maybe to show arrangement of the apartment or something. But this is basically what you need. if you really want. Somebody was telling me he didn't know that you can bring your wife to Germany as a student. It's possible, but in this case you have to be financially ready. All right, do not be living in a one-room apartment and you want to go and carry your wife. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to make sure you are comfortable before you are bringing your wife to a different country. This is the law of the immigration. According to these documents, you can see I already mentioned everything. Because if you don't have money, where will you go and be renting an apartment? Probably maybe you need at least a 1-bedroom, a kitchen, a toilet, like I explained to you here. So please put all of this into consideration and make sure you watch the other video on how to bring your child or children over to Germany. I hope this helps you. I will be sharing more of this often. So please, like I said, the only thing to encourage me is if you want to encourage me, all right, subscribe to this channel, share my videos, like my videos. They are going to help me. It will help me a lot to get bread to eat. All right, thank you so much, and I wish you the best. When you reach Germany, please let us know. All right, thank you. Till we meet again.